Obviously, you guys know what pDAI is. It's, yeah, here it is. I'll just send you your tweet to share it. But you know, pDAI is obviously the copy of DAI, the stablecoin from Ethereum on PulseChain. It's, you know, done well, pumped since last summer, mainly by B Roots, has talked about it a lot, obviously, on his show. It's part of the Atropa ecosystem, which has Teddy Bear in it, as well as a lot of other tokens that I can't even remember all of. But essentially, and it's actually really cool. I mean, I will say this, like on CoinGecko, they literally label pDAI in I think it's CoinGecko, they label it in the asset class of speculative stable coin, which is a new idea. You know, that's not something that's been out there before. But a lot of people have speculated heavily and are firmly believing that Richard Hart is behind this, and that, you know, pDAI is going to be his stable coin and he's tied to it and all these things. But yeah, go ahead and give what your thoughts were on it, Ewok.
Well, I'll read my post first, and then, you know, we'll go from there. I said, sorry to tell you that if RH decides to make a stable coin, it's not going to be pDAI. Many of you have proven that you can't be trusted with a big bag of anything and not dump it. The fact that some of you have billions is already the reason it won't happen. So, yeah, that was my take on it. And, you know, the reason I said that was because I think... So one of the things okay, first, let me clear that one thing up. pDAI to $1. I never said that couldn't happen. Because I know how crazy run-ups are and can happen in a bull market. I've seen it before. I'm more against the whole thing becoming a stable coin, and I really don't think it would ever peg. You couldn't peg it to $1. The reason you couldn't peg it to $1 is because so many people own so much of it, and they didn't buy it for $1. When you don't buy something for $1, you don't value it as $1. You value it as what you bought it at, and you're getting a great deal if you can sell it higher, right? So I think that has a lot of importance to this whole pegging to $1. I don't think it can. Plus, like I said, many people have huge bags of it. I don't see any one entity putting in enough, first of all, to get it to $1, but then to keep it there as well. It would take so much backing that was be pretty much off-sided. You know what I mean? You would need thousands of dollars to just tie it to one to balance it out, because it's so offsides. So that was more my statement. I know Richard has talked before about creating his own stable coin. I've seen some arguments out there that why would he do that while there's still an ongoing SEC case? Well, that's possible. You know, we may have to wait till that's over before any of that comes to play. But my original point was that while the whole thing is an interesting narrative and this and that, and I know people have big bags of it, and that's why they talk about it. That's why we talk about anything, right? We all talk about things that we own. So I just don't feel that this can ever peg to $1. And I think that people that say that, it's just a narrative, and they're crazy for thinking that another one that I heard was that the OA addresses are tied to it. I have honestly never seen proof of that. I know originally when the Fixer bot was deployed, it did touch that contract because it was brought over, and that's what set the ratios and things like that. The only time that I've seen any proof of the contract or the OA addresses touching that part of it was that. So if somebody has proof, I'm not going to go digging. So, I mean, but if somebody has proof and wants
so
to
you're going to make these wild claims saying that these pDAI people are incorrect, and you're not going to do any digging. That's what you're going to say to me here.
They probably have it bookmarked somewhere if they can send it to me to prove otherwise that it wasn't the Fixer bot.
Which nobody did do. I mean, I don't think anybody did that on your tweet. I did see people that said
they claim it, but they didn't show any proof of it. And
yeah, they said the SAC wallets are linked to the Atropa contract. Yeah, but I didn't see like any proof of anything. So I don't know. It may very well be there. I mean, you could show me something that's compelling evidence. I still likely won't believe it. You know what I mean? Like I still likely won't believe that RH has any involvement with it. I don't believe it. That said, just like you, I totally agree with you. Could it go to $1? Definitely. I never would discount, and that's why I hold some. Like, full disclosure. Like I want to see that happen. I think that would be awesome. But that's kind of where my analysis ends. I don't necessarily think that Richard has anything to do with it, but I think it's cool. I have Teddy Bear, I have pDAI, I have Atropa even. So, yeah, we'll see. There's passionate people behind it. They're intrigued by it. They want to see it happen. That's enough for me.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, I've seen crazy things. I've seen Pepe run up. I've seen Shiba run up. I know what these things can do. I just don't think it will ever peg to $1. You got too many people that own too much of it. And if he's going to do a stable coin, it's going to start from a stable where you pay $1 for it. Then people value it at $1. It's a lot easier to peg something when you start it at $1, easier to run the bots that arbitrage it between 0.99 cents and, $1 and 0.001 or whatever. There are bots that do it. When it's this far offsides, it's just so hard. And I don't think there's really, I don't know. I don't think there's enough capital to do it. That's all. There's a lot of money out there, but I think it will be used for plenty other interesting things.
Yeah, I understand that. Cool. Well, glad we got that out there. If you don't know pDAI, maybe you're lost, but if you do, let's root for $1 together anyway. Would be very cool. I don't even need $1 for it to be beneficial, really. So
hey, I'll root for you. I just won't buy any.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're lost.